Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me again. Here, I got this new session from tournamix.com, and I was working on this a few weeks ago, and I thought I could use some of these tracks. This is a good multi-track source, and I thought I could use this to break down more of my presets. And for the project, it's got some live drums, and I fully understand how challenging it could be to process live drums, especially for newer engineers, and especially for this track too, because the kick in this is rather poorly recorded. And let's just get into it. For the kick, I wanted to use my kick drum preset at the very beginning, but I was struggling to get a strong knock on the top end and the firm bass at the bottom, so I eventually decided to use some samples as my drum replacement. So here it is. I got trigger on the kick, and this is the kick sample I'm using. And I'm doing 80% on mix because I don't want the bleed from the original recording to be completely gone, and I still want it to sound like a real drum. And let's listen a little. Like I said earlier, a good kick drum profile includes a strong knock and a firm bass, and this sample has exactly that. But the thing with this plugin is I'd be pretty careful when trying to apply this every time because it kills the live feeling of a real performance and making it sound like a machine. And some clients may not want this. They may want to preserve the human feeling in the original performance. And I think this also depends on the genre. I think for rock or metal or pop musicians, they'd be more okay with this because they just prefer a good sound in general. But if I'm mixing for a jazz band, for example, I'd be a little extra cautious because the message or the emotion they try to convey through the play is just more important. So I would just check in with my clients about using any drum replacements. And sometimes the decision isn't really for me to make because I always get replacement tracks sent to me along with the original drum recording. So from the producer or the studio, so they already know what drum samples to use, and my job for that case is to solely mix the sample with the recording in the session. And I like it when that's the case though, so that's another situation. And then after trigger, I got some compression just to tighten the sound, making it more punchy. And here I'm again using my favorite digital compressor, Pro Compressor, and I'm doing 8 to 10 dBs of compression on 6:1 ratio. Let's listen. So this already sounds pretty good, and I just left it here. I think in my kick preset, I always use a light reverb at the end, just so it can blend in with the rest of the track, but this one is perfect like this. So that's it. And for the sends, I'm sending it to a compressor on the bass track for some sidechain compression. So the two lower range instruments don't clash with each other. It's pretty basic stuff here. So this is just to show you what processing I got on the drums for this track and to share some ideas about using replacements. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Thank you very much.